Hey, Danny.
How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Tonight's the night, tag team title match, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I have a few reservations. Last time we went after these tag team titles, it did not go our way.
You're right, but things are different from last time. I'm just coming off the tag team title run. The Millennials reunion went out excellently. That door's closed, but new door's open. And who can stop us when Danny Devine and Daniel Moon are on the same page?
Nobody can. All right, man, let's do it. Tag team titles tonight.
Exactly.
All right, but no matter what happens tonight, you still owe me a match.
Broken down, we must build our way back up again. Millennium Wrestling presents Demolition! We have a hell of a show for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, our main event, we have the tag titles on the line as the Brothers of Construction take on none other than Daniel Moon and Danny Devine joining forces one more time. Let's see if they can make it work and claim those tag titles. But before we get there, a quick update, ladies and gentlemen, from last week's Hearts on Fire. Sadly, at this time, Jake Mays is still unable to compete. He is not medically cleared after suffering a very vicious devil's tail at the hands of your champion, Diego Balance. Now, some of you may enjoy that, absolutely, but since for our opening bout, we've got some revenge on the line right now. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening bout is a non-title singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, Sinclair. Introducing Hearts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you from 19801 Nordhoff Place for another weekly edition of MPW. And tonight, we bring you MPW's Demolition. While we heated up last week at Hearts on Fire, tonight we're looking to destroy the very foundation and rebuild it yet again. And tonight, Eddie Roar looks to gain some retribution in our opening contest against Diego Balance after that Devil's Tail Logan took out Jake Mays with a concussion.
Yep, Jake Mays' brain hit his skull and he got a bruise on it and he's still out. Come on, Eddie, give me an autograph. Thank you.
You get an autograph?
It's a hashtag justice for Jake, and it appears to be Eddie Roar's autograph on here.
Might want to keep that, Logan. Could sell that for some big money later down the line.
Well, and my question is this version of Demolition that we're putting on today, is it just Axe and Smash, or is it Axe, Smash, and Crush?
Well, tonight, no matter what member of Demolition it is, he is looking to hopefully take down our MPW champion, Diego Balance, and, would be a big win for Eddie Roar. You would have to think potentially to put him in a #1 contender's position if he is able to pin our champion tonight.
Right. Eddie, he can't win the title, but he can gain some traction. A win here would put him right in contention.
Speaking of our champions, Diego Balance has been a fighting champion since winning that championship in my mind. While Diego has faced monsters, heavyweights, technical masterpieces of superstars, tonight I have to say he's up against the most unorthodox opponents he's ever faced in Eddie Rohr here tonight. Of course, one half of filth in our veins, and we know he's going to bring nothing but filth tonight in this opening contest for MPW's Demolition.
Yeah, you threw out all those like big monsters, demons, etc., and now he's facing Eddie Rohr.
Did you get your autograph there, Ariomi?
What in the world is this? That's what you're passing out?
Justice for Jake.
Justice for Jake.
Again, it was last week's 6-man tag team match where we saw, of course, Diego Valens administer that devil's tail to a Jake Mays, and again, we know how much of a lethal move it is, can end a match within mere moments, and I mean, for Jake Mays, could be the end of his career as we know it. I mean, concussions are a bad deal here in professional wrestling, already getting one from our champion.
Well, some might call it severe unluckiness, but for Diego Valens, our workhorse of a champion, while the title might not be on the line, fighting week after week, he might be honing his craft even further and becoming even more lethal and deadly.
Yeah, and you know, Ario, I'm gonna segue this into a couple of things here. You're wearing a beautiful green jacket today, same color as the Jeep I was looking at this morning. Ooh. And you spoke about luck. The luck of the Irish. Conor McGregor is fighting tomorrow, and so I'm glad that you're showing your support for Conor out here today by wearing the Irish jacket.
Well, we love fighting men, of course, from the islands all over, but from the freakiest pond of all places, we have a man who definitely is fighting with all his might. But Diego Valens, look at this guy. Solid hold on this waist lock. And Eddie Rohr, can you imagine if he happens to pick up a win? Can he go 2 for 2 and be able to claim the biggest gold of it all here at MPW?
You would have to think a win would put him in #1 contender's position. And with Diego Valens already looking for a new challenger, Eddie Rohr could be up and coming. But again, a win over Diego Valens is a very hard task, especially with that devil's tail in hand.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie's brain might land in the third row just like Jake's did. That might be where Jake is. He might actually be trying to locate where his brain landed after he got that kick.
Listen, it was a hard hitter. Was that devil's tail. Definitely shaked, rattled, and rolled the head of a Jake Mays. And, I mean, for Eddie Rohr tonight, as you can see, going to get unorthodox. Not happy with the, of course, actions of Diego Valens last week. Looking to get his comeuppance tonight.
There's a technique right there. Stick your finger right in the guy's eyeball.
Eddie now making some commentary on Diego, but definitely focusing in on the head right now.
Again, the technical masterclass of Diego is on display tonight. Even Eddie Rohr trying to, of course, switch and grab. That waist lock, but again, that devil's tail was looming, and Eddie Rohr getting out of dodge, but he's got to keep his eyes set on Diego Valens, who's looking at that tope.
Eddie over there schooling around looking at the fans in the front row.
That's a big problem, of course. While might be going up against the champion, Eddie Rohr's got to understand who's really fighting for is for his tag team partner. He's trying to, of course, showcase that he is a justice. A symbol of justice, however skewed it might be. But man, with a hand like that, chop in the chest, that might just be some ancient judgment there.
Yeah. Listen, even with the shirt on, there is no stopping the impact of that chop. You could see it absolutely broke down Eddie Rohr, and now he is in a bad way, trapped in the corner with Diego Valens.
That was for me. Yeah, you know, Eddie's going to have to come up with some type of unique strategy here to get Diego off his feet.
And Diego pulls through.
Ooh, wow, that wasn't just an elbow. It was like an uppercut elbow.
Looking for an Irish whip. In the corner again, looking for a back body drop.
Yeah, Eddie landed right on his nalgas, which is Spanish for butt cheeks.
Definitely going to hurt a lot for any type of high-flying move. Oh, and with a backbreaker to boot there, the cover.
Yeah, added insult with the tilt-a-whirl. Got even more momentum on that backbreaker. And now you can see Diego Valens getting back to a vertical position, trying to figure out what the game plan is going forward. Again, as we know, Eddie Rohr, one of the most unorthodox superstars we have here, Ario Mean.
Well, if we're going to be going unorthodox against traditional as can be, I mean, Diego Valens understands that falling the straight and narrow as he has been, has claimed the gold as a result.
To the eyes again.
This is a war of ideologies we're seeing, gentlemen. As much as Diego Valens might want to try and play it straight and narrow, Eddie Rohr is anything but.
Diego Valens is going to have to find a way to deal with Eddie Rohr's underhanded tactics. And, I mean, that backstabber, as you can see, now just sending muscle spasms straight down.
Still just a 2. Took a little too long on that cover there.
And of course, Diego Valens might be slightly blinded at this time, gentlemen.
Sure. It's much like, Tom Aspinall got thumbed in the eye a bunch of times by Cyril Gahn. Eddie Rohr over here thumbing the heavyweight champion of the world in the eyes just the same as that. Perhaps he watched that fight and said, this is what I'm going to do.
You see him blinking, trying to find, he's almost going off instinct right now. Trying to find his vision again. No, he's still in La La Land. I wonder if he really is going off of pure sound.
Yeah, absolutely rattled, just throwing punches to the wind. Thankfully, landing on Eddie Rohr, but now Eddie Rohr up and over with a back roll. Oh, straight into the spear. Looking for the cover early on.
A little quicker on it now.
I do love when wrestlers use the three-quarter roll and the back rolls to create space, and that's completely underutilized in our business. Eddie Rohr with a nice back roll there that gave him the space to hit that spear.
It's quality work in training, but to see it used effectively in everyday usage, it truly does showcase what the Millennium Wrestling Academy has to offer.
100%. A recent graduate of the Millennium Wrestling Academy. I don't mean he graduated recently, but a graduate of the Millennium Wrestling Academy recently became the national champion.
Crowd now starting to get into the corner of our champion, Diego Valens. He's looking to get out of this headlock. Looking to attack the midsection, but so did Eddie Rohr.
I'm surprised he didn't thumb him in the eye again.
Eddie Cutter off the first. Catches him there with the waist lock yet again.
Looking to do a little homage to the Maze Cutter from Jake Mays.
Cody cut. Okay, I don't know. Is that patented? I don't know if he's allowed to say that. Cover.
Looking for the.
Oh, they don't mind.
Guess he must be mentioning Cody Prince at that point.
That's what I thought he was talking about. What'd you mean? I saying shut up Wendy out there to one of our fans.
Yeah, not happy with the MPW faithful tonight. Again, you think Eddie Rohr coming in with a game plan, looking like it's not working out tonight. Again, we know just how tough our champion Diego Valens is.
Gentlemen, we have our first ever stupid frog chant in the history of this company.
Well, let's see. Can he be able to dash all the hopes of those naysayers?
Listen, stupid frog, that gives me another segue. Ario, I heard you may be relocating for a very prestigious program that you are into that involves maybe stupid frogs.
Well, I do have to be able to learn to take care of and understand the behavior of exotic animals, Logan.
There you go.
It is an amazing program I'll be part of and joining up here in more northern LA region, and I am so glad to be able to be here more frequently on Friday nights to see this kind of action at Millennium Pro Wrestling.
Well, I will tell you, I have been to the zoo over at Moore Park. That's a tremendous program. It's very prestigious, and congratulations to you on being accepted to that program. That doesn't happen very often.
Nice scissor kick there from Diego Valens. Not usually a move we see from the handsome devil. Now hitting him with that Uranagi, going for the cover, looking to end it early, but no. Out at 2.
Only the best and brightest here in MPW. Goes for our commentators, too.
Truly is quality talent and lethal talent at that.
That's
Devil's
right.
Tail being called right now.
Yeah, looking for the match ender. We saw how it worked with Jake Mays. He was able to hit this one. It might be lights out there for Eddie Rohr. Oh, super kick on the money.
Perfectly timed there, but he got to capitalize. Getting him in position for a pump handle.
Wow! Like a pump handle driver there.
Yeah, driving him straight down on his neck, but not enough to put down the handsome devil, but sure was close there.
I think Eddie should incorporate that into his repertoire on a regular basis. That move. Yeah, he should probably do that far more often.
I mean, Eddie probably is upset. He probably had that in the back pocket like that was going to be his new finish or something.
Listen, some perfect execution from the filthiest frog in the land, but now he's got to set his sights on Diego Valens. He cannot let Diego get that opportunity, that moment's notice to get back in the game.
Dracula Spear.
Oh, Devil's Tail!
Straight into the Dracula Spear cover!
And that's it, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
got kicked right in his Dracula Spear.
Massive win here for our MPW champion, and no retribution for the filthiest frogs in the land. Looks like it's concussion central for Jake Mays and Eddie Rohr, and our champion now stands tall. And well, as we know, that Devil's Tail proven to be even more lethal. Gonna have to see in the coming weeks.
Another match. Your next bout is a tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Ain't no fire marshal coming in here.
As we know, it is a packed crowd here at MPW's Demolition. And we have some tag team action. As we know, we have not seen them for about a month, but it was Rebel Storm who made his return just last week to a defeat from Isaiah Hendricks. And of course, well, when the Clown got pinned for the 1-2-3, he called some backup to actually get the job done. Dastardly members of our tag team division here at MPW, and they are looking to get a big win tonight. It is a tag team rematch, as our Heartless Kings have faced Zeus and Isaiah Hendricks before to a loss. So tonight, not only do they need to get the retribution, get the win, but in order for this tag team to keep going, potentially get back at those tag team titles, Logan, a win is imminent and a win is needed tonight.
Yeah, the Heartless Kings are looking like they maybe took a little break, kind of collected themselves, and now they're going to be back here better than ever.
Jeremiah Fresh looking great after his month off. Can't say the same about, of course, the Rebel Storm, but two members of the MPW roster, and shall I say the MWA Academy down here in Chatsworth, California, have been making waves every Friday night, and that's got to go to the new tag team known as the Dope Boys and Isaiah Hendricks and Zeus.
Dope Boys. Isaiah's got half a jacket. Zeus has about 2.5 jackets on.
Weight combined total of 487 pounds. The iconic Isaiah Hendricks and the mighty Zeus. Together they are the Dope Boys.
It is an absolute clash of styles as a tag team, but they make it work. Isaiah Hendricks, of course, has the technical ability in spades, and we got to talk about the powerhouse strength on Zeus. Tonight, they could go 2-0 against the Heartless Kings if these two goobers can't get on the same page here tonight. They've had a month off, Ario. What do you see in the Heartless Kings tonight, and can they get back to their winning ways?
I see two men that might be slightly embarrassed of all the time and effort they put in being menaces and bullies here at MPW. These young up-and-comers are showing them truly what wrestling talent can do for people.
Oh, and look at Booby the Fool over there throwing his coat at everyone.
Yeah, well, I have it on good authority that, Fresh, while they were off, Fresh was taking a pottery class somewhere, and the Rebel Storm was in the Cuckoo Barn.
Cuckoo for sure, as Isaiah Hendricks looking to enter into that nest yet again.
Now, this guy, he's iconic. Isaiah?
That's right, Isaiah Hendricks.
So he's achieved iconic status pretty fast here, huh? It took about 3 weeks for that?
I saw it's supposed to be a title he's supposed to grow into at the end of the day.
Okay, I was just wondering, because, if it's something we got to start high, we could have made him the Igloo or like the Iguana or something like that first, but...
They were trying to look for an alliteration, that's for sure.
Hey,
you know that, Lethal Logan.
Yeah, I know. They got short attention spans, these kids.
Well, now making his tag into this match, a man who's been away from the MPW ring for about a month. It is Jeremiah Fresh, who I gotta say is looking like $1 million here tonight. Looking like he's trimmed some of the fat and, my God, added on a couple extra pounds of muscle.
Yeah, well, teaming up with Zeus, you're gonna need to do that. If you're locking up with that guy in practice, it's gonna let you know how strong you aren't.
Look at that.
Trying to go technical with Isaiah Hendricks was, of course, Jeremiah Fresh is going to be a hard task to deal with, as we can see.
Didn't get full hold in that headlock there and able to capitalize. Isaiah Hendricks, solid hammerlock applied. Oop.
Now going for that front face lock. Oh, turn around to a side face lock.
Excellent transition, picking it up from his coaches. And this is really one of the best parts about Isaiah Hendricks. Understanding his lower body has so much to offer him against a 220-pound man. Look at that yet again.
Yeah, you got to drop the hips. You got to take that center of gravity down, of course, for Jeremiah Fresh. I mean, you talk about a man who's got, maybe a foot of height on Isaiah Hendricks. It's going to be a hard battle tonight for both teams.
A nice counter there by Fresh by sticking the leg right in back of Isaiah's and crippling it.
The craftiness of Isaiah Hendricks able to roll out of it, but again, that power on display from Jeremiah Fresh is able to muscle him straight down.
Yeah, a kip of a fancy move that takes a lot of muscle. A hair pull does not.
And that just wrenching that wrist. Trying to even tear the forearm off, but a kick up again. Excellent arm drag to follow it up.
Yeah, beautiful arm drag into the corner, followed by another one, looking Steamboat-esque.
Yeah, nice deep arm drag there.
And now here comes the powerhouse Zeus.
Thunder and lightning right now from the mighty Zeus.
Oh, big backsplash, and they ain't done. Looking to use Isaiah Hendricks like a weapon.
Thunder clapping. Oh, he's not done yet. Zeus wanted to look for more damage to inflict on Fresh. I appreciate it. Covered.
Yeah, barking orders to Isaiah Hendricks, telling him how things are going to go tonight. And I got to say, good plan there from Zeus. I mean, attacking not only Jeremiah Fresh from the front, but also the back.
But what the hell was Rebel Storm doing on that? The other team hit 3 double team moves in a row, and, Storm's out there, smoking and joking with his finger in his nose. Smoking and joking.
Smoking and joking. A little passivity and complacency might be on display right now, but it is great to see the aggression from these two young up-and-coming rising stars.
And that's my point.
A little
Exactly.
misdirection there from Zeus, and he's got into of course, Jeremiah Fresh's head there.
And that's
now
the thing
looking for a power slam.
If you notice, is Storm's over there worrying about what I'm saying about him. He's not paying attention to the match.
Just an incredible drop kick from the, 6'3", 6'4", Jeremiah Fresh, freshest man in the room for a reason after moves like that. And now, of course, tagging in his tag team partner in Hollywood, Rebel Storm.
Yeah, Fresh meets filth, maybe.
Oh!
Caught between a rock and a hard place. Mighty Zeus makes do.
Yeah, two Stooges met in the middle.
Two
now,
Stooges.
Clown there for a splash.
Rolled him through, and here comes Isaiah. Oh, once again, utilizing him like a weapon.
Looking to add some hardware, that hardware being Isaiah Hendricks, but not enough to put down the Rebel Storm.
I do think tag team wrestling favors Zeus' style, being he's so heavy and so strong, he's got to basically put all that energy into his moves. But in tag team matches, he can do that and then tag out and go get a break.
We know the chin of Isaiah Hendricks is
Wow.
one that's mighty as now leaping over the Rebel Storm and hitting that clothesline on Jeremiah Fresh, who was waiting on the apron. Now ducking under. Oh, in that shotgun drop kick.
And once again, favoring the hyper offense right now. Isaiah Hendricks is all being dragged through.
He got caught in the wrong corner.
Talk about the veteran instinct on Jeremiah Fresh.
Oh my gosh!
Pull Isaiah Hendricks out of the way, but spoke too soon.
He's got to be really strong to be able to do that to Fresh.
Oh!
A lariat to Mina as he enters back in. Cover now.
Yeah, good distraction off the discus lariat for the Rebel Storm, but not enough to get that win.
Well, hey, now Fresh might be out of it after taking head first into that post.
Yeah, a hard buckle there.
Yeah, but what it did do was it gave Rebel a chance to hit that big clothesline, that big lariat, like you said.
Well, let's see. Is Fresh 100% after all that as he enters back in? Several kicks trying to wear down the iconic one.
Quick boots to the midsection, and now, of course,
And you
Jeremiah
knew that
Fresh
was gonna
offering the
happen.
distraction.
And Zeus now, he's upset, but come on now, no! Scarlett Donovan trying to keep semblance of order, but her eyes...
And now these vultures just picking at the carcass of Hendricks.
And Zeus is not helping his partner by doing that. He's got to show more discipline than that, less emotion.
I mean, listen, this is why we got to appreciate good refereeing, but at the end of the day, you can't have eyes in the back of your head.
Well, and look, the Heartless Kings know every way to cheat that there is. Multi-time tag team champions. They know how to cut the ring in half. They know how to distract the ref. They know how to use other people's emotions against them. They're experts at that.
And now looking to make Isaiah Hendricks take a ride straight to the ceiling. Going up. Oh, and coming down.
Now going and send him up for a cover. Center of the ring now. Is that it?
Oh, strong kick out there from Isaiah Hendricks. You can see the arms were trapped by Hollywood Rebel Storm. Had to almost get into a bridge-like maneuver to kick out of that one.
He's looking, he's suffering, he's in pain.
He gonna do that thing I don't like when he does it.
Oh, God, looking for the fish hook.
Here comes the creepy,
Disgusting deep-sea diver technique.
Uncle Creepy move right here.
Those dirty gloves of the Rebel Storm enter the mouth of Isaiah Hendricks.
There it is. I just got to look at Isaiah's molars.
Just from the gutters of Sunset Hollywood Boulevard, folks.
Boy ain't got his wisdom
Oh,
teeth.
but-
He bit him. He bit
Yes,
him.
yes.
Looks like it's dinner time for the iconic one.
Hey, when in Rome. When in Rome, you bite the fingers.
Snake Eater in more ways than one, it seems. But Rebel Storm's not done yet, though.
Oh, just driving the elbows.
12-6 elbows right into the collarbone right there.
You're trying to shatter it right now, and he's not done yet, dragging him back into the corner.
It only takes about 15 pounds of pressure to break a collarbone like that.
And now Jeremiah Fresh barking orders at the Rebel Storm, telling him to get to the middle of the ring.
After already bring him into the corner, you see that?
Looking to send him for a ride one more time. Oh! Up to his feet on a vertical basis.
And I think Rebel really ruined his chances there, trying to reposition, giving time for Isaiah Hendricks to recover. Beautiful!
Kicking Hollywood away, and now leaving the opening for Zeus to get the tag.
This guy's gonna come in like a house of fire. And
Big old clothesline.
And he's gonna blow up quick, but it don't matter because he's gonna bring it back right afterwards.
Olympian strength on display.
Driving through Jeremiah Fresh like a Mack truck. Kick to the midsection. Looking to follow it up with a, beautiful suplex.
Mighty Zeus standing tall.
Zeus ain't,
There's a three-quarter roll right over the top. That's
beautiful
creative.
rolling senton.
I think he heard that rolling comment from you, Logan.
Well, he should listen to me, you know what I mean?
Learning from the best here, of course. The newest generation of Millennium Pro Wrestling is shining bright here for MPW's Demolition.
Okay, now this is a mistake again. He's paying attention to Isaiah. He needs to stay on Fresh right now.
Again, trying to get Isaiah Hendricks back in the corner, but
Fresh is rocked and reeling.
and she's looking for that massive.
He hung on to the hand. Then he kicked him in the ding-ding.
Gonna go for that Thunderbolt in time. Wasn't enough.
Uranagi of his own.
Cover.
Looking to send him rock bottom, but only a 2 there.
And how strong is Jeremiah Fresh that he was able to pick Zeus up like that? I don't know if Zeus has ever been picked up like that in the ring.
Yeah, 250 plus pounds of Zeus just coming crashing down.
250? 3 bills, brother. I don't know, we have to weigh him at the truck scales. Our thing only goes at 265 over there, then I just guess the rest usually. That's why I think Robin Shaw weighs 496 pounds.
Now looking for a double Irish whip, straight to the ropes, but Zeus has other plans, looking to kick away the Heartless Kings.
That was a smart move. Hey, he was in trouble. He got his opponents goofed up and he went to tag.
Devin trying to beat the odds, but oh no.
Looking for Heartless Descent.
But Zeus saving his partner.
Saved his
Just
partner.
like he did in the first tag team match these two teams had, but now opening a
repeat of last time. We're gonna see Snake Eater yet again.
Can you get it applied? Looking for the cravat hold.
Just like in a singles match.
That's locked in deep. Storm's got to get to the ropes.
No, but Fresh being the equalizer here. Scarlett Donovan, I don't know if she's aware of it yet.
She doesn't see it though. Isaiah, you know what? Isaiah's such a good guy. He saw the foot on the ropes and then he broke the hold. The ref didn't even tell him to. That's what kind of sportsman he is.
Look at that now, making an insult to Fresh.
Here comes Zeus. He paintbrushed
Zeus now.
Ducks under him.
Sent it to the corner.
Fresh is using Zeus's emotions against them. The Kings doing what they do best, divide and conquer.
Concussive headbutt there by Storm. And now it's looking like trouble.
Looking for Heartless. What comes up must come down. These two look for the pin and the win.
Well, these guys, it looks like they went to the tape and figured out what the weakness was of this team. They exploited Zeus's emotions, got him in a bad position, and then they just spiked Isaiah.
Well, it definitely must be a wake-up call for the Heartless Kings. While they've picked up the victory, how much damage they've accumulated in this match is a sight to behold. And only for next week might we see how much that will continue to weigh down on both men.
Massive win for the Heartless Kings with over a month away from MPW. Looking better than ever, and you gotta think, looking to rise their stock in the rankings of the tag team division. They're going to have sights set on our main event of Danny Devine and Daniel Moon versus the Brothers of Construction, because they would love nothing more than to take back the titles that they feel belong to them.
I still hate this song.
I'm glad you're enjoying MPW Demolition. So halfway through the show. Let's keep this train rolling. Your next bout is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Back here at MPW's Demolition, for what I would have to call a meeting of the minds, former, as we know, Full Send Brothers, now coming to a head back in singles action. And I want to point out a very important fact. The last time these two faced off in singles action, it was Draven Silvera taking that national title away from Dustin Jack Daniels. The title he no longer has around his waist because of one man, his former tag team partner, Mickey Rose.
Los Angeles, California. He is the Unbreakable Heart.
Unbreakable Heart's gonna have to prove to be unbreakable tonight because he's going against the youngest vet in the game, Dustin Daniels, and as we know, is a Triple Crown champion here at MPW. He's held every accolade you could possibly hold in the company, but tonight, he wants to be the one to put down Draven Silvera. But you gotta think, Logan, maybe Silvera's mind is somewhere else, potentially on Mickey Rose tonight.
Yeah, well, when Silvera came out, he motioned towards his waist like he was missing something, missing the national title belt. So I'm sure his head's going to be elsewhere, but he's got to focus 100% on this man, or he's going to come up with a short end of the stick.
Dustin Daniels will exploit you at every chance. And as we know, Draven Silvera continues to call himself the man who never lost the national title because it wasn't him who was pinned in the triple threat. But tonight, he's got to have that national title in the back of his mind because Dustin Daniels will exploit, will pick you apart, and will make sure he walks away with a win. Because you got to think, if you're able to pin the former champion, that's got to put you up potentially in #1 contenders position, set you up for, of course, our most viral national champion. We got some fans in the audience tonight, repping, of course, that Jack Daniels athletic merch. You can go, of course, to the Instagram of Dustin Jack Daniels and get that merch wherever it's being sold. It looks like it's hot off the presses, and he's looking to be the leader tonight of the Jack Daniels Athletics because he wants to make sure. Whether it's the pose, whether it's the pin, whether it's the win, this man is standing tall.
This man's hamstrings are the size of my chest, my God.
It's like barrels of whiskey are those legs. Just a crazy amount of girth on this man.
Well, Draven Silvera, though, definitely trying to get into conditioning himself. Being a fighting champion really does shape a man. But now both these men, former champions at this point, trying to go back to square one and climb their way back up.
But from the same cloth of the MWA Academy, I mean, rising through the rankings, Dustin Daniels doing it younger, of course, than Draven Silvera. But Draven Silvera, I would have to say, maybe picking it up in more of a time than Dustin Daniels, a man who has risen in the 3 years that he, of course, has been going at it here in the company.
You guys ever see those pictures of chicks standing there in like a swimsuit and it's like the difference between high-waisted and low-waisted? They're like high-waisted, low-waisted. Seems like Dustin and Draven have a difference of opinion on how to sport their clothing out here.
I mean, it is ideologies in contention right now, from design to aesthetics to sheer talent.
Of course, Dustin Daniels bringing the old school physique, and I mean, Draven Silvera looking to bring a new school approach to it.
Well,
I mean, these two know each other like the back of their hands. These two, of course, former not only tag team partners, but tag team champions, of course, in Full Send.
When I looked at this card this week, this was the match I was the most excited about because it's going to answer some very interesting questions. Draven's been on a roll, and he's matured so much since becoming in this business. 2 out of 3 titles here he's held in MPW, and if you look at his physique, he's definitely getting more jacked and more tan, but he's up against a guy who's been mastering that since he came into the business.
Well, you got to remember, too, though, gentlemen, who did he even claim the title from at the end?
Draven Silvera calling himself the leader of Full Send, and Dustin Daniels not taking too kindly to that comment. As we know, it was Dustin Daniels himself who really didn't want Draven Silvera in Full Send. It was supposed to be him and Busio, and of course these two have butted heads since.
Well, yeah, what happened to Busio? He's hanging out with Marote now.
What a crazy
Roberto Perez.
Roberto Duran, whatever his name is.
Well, whole new turn of events here, of course. Week after week, MPW happens to shock us here.
Now, Dustin's got a cheering section out there. They got all the same shirt on. It says some athletics in it. I can't make out what their shirt says.
Jack Daniel Athletics.
Jack Daniels Athletics. There you go.
Well, it seems like a home game for Gainesville, USA. But that arm drag, looking to remind you, is Draven Silvera's territory of the Valley. Cover.
I will say this. Draven Silvera's Pops is out here. Nice Hurricane Run out here every single week. I'm not going to point him out, but this kid's father is always here. So the pressure to have wins and losses in front of your dad, to defend tag team championships and national championships in front of your father week in, week out, the pressure's got to be astronomical.
And maybe that pressure is exactly what he needs, the tope like that.
Well, again, when you're forged by fire, when you go through the fire and you come out better, then you're truly, iron and steel.
Absolutely, as they say, pressure makes diamonds, and I mean, no better pressure than having, of course, the leader of Jack Daniels Athletics coming at you, but Draven Silvera bringing a nice approach tonight, attacking Dustin Daniels on the outside, looking to chop down the big man, potentially take out that foundation, and we know that's a sound strategy, of course, against the Triple Crown champion. That is...
He's chopping the hell out of him, too.
I think these two are the epitome of our show tonight for Demolition. Both men have been broken down, demolished, on a losing streak for both men as well. And the only way to find their way back up is by destroying their partner right now.
Delayed elbow on the way in there. Big impact.
Both men tonight, I mean, having something to prove. For Draven Silvera, it's about getting back to the national title. The title, as he said, he never lost, was never pinned for. Dustin Daniels looking to do the same, potentially even go for the MPW heavyweight title if he's able to, of course, get the pin here tonight. Oh, looking to duck under. We're going to flip him through.
Wow.
Suplex into the turnbuckle.
And you see his Achilles go right into that turnbuckle as
That was
well.
a bad landing, Ario.
Cover. My gosh.
Achilles, of course, played by the great Brad Pitt in the 2004 movie Troy. We're just going to leave it at that. All you woke schmucks out there.
These two brothers just absolutely laying into each other, and sometimes you don't, the person you hit harder in life is family. And these two, I mean, are just absolutely going at it. Oh, look at him paint the chest red.
I almost swore right there after that chop.
Hey, that's what it does to you here at MPW. Apologies for our impulsiveness, fans, but we cannot help it. These wrestlers are insane in their choices.
Well, because that chop was so hard, it gave me PTSD from Brendan.
Listen, these men are heavy-handed tonight. Looking for the cover is Dustin Daniels, but only a 2 count.
Now, sure, the audience can feel the pain, but none other can really truly understand that suffering like you, Logan.
Yeah, well, once you've been through it and you see something similar, like you get the aches and pains, you get the crinks and the cranks, it's messed up over here.
Of course, trying to put that mileage on both these men, still in the prime of their careers. Cover!
Could he have it stolen? Ooh.
We'll have to call my therapist after this match.
Wow!
Jeez, it almost took his head off.
Might be after that one for sure.
I mean, these two are really laying it in tonight, and looking to pose off right after.
And look, there's certain guys that have go muscles, and there's guys that have show muscles. If you look at the way Dustin's built, his core, his chest, his shoulders, he doesn't have the biggest arms in the world. Like, his arms are proportionally sized to his body, but his core is, like, ridiculous. He's so dense. If we dropped him out of a plane, he'd fall right through the earth and go through to China.
Truly a 4-dimensional wrestler.
That's right. That's where you put the glasses on and hit you right in the nose.
Look, oh, wow.
Oh, not having any of what Draven Silvera has given him, saying that tonight is a waste of his time. You got to think, for a man who has been a Triple Crown champion, doesn't want to, as he said, go against a title fodder in Draven Silvera, wants to, of course, rise his name and his rankings in the national title division.
But I'm also hearing a lot from Dustin about Full Send being great. Full Send being great. I mean, it seems like he's got all animosity for Draven, but none for his former partner in Busio.
That sometimes psychologically is easier. You're not mad at the person you're really mad at, so you blame somebody else. It's kind of like when you get into it with, like, you know, you don't have the money to pay for things in life, and you get into it with your sister instead.
Hey, projecting worse than a broken IMAX screen, but Dustin Daniels looking to at least try and find some suffering in Draven Silvera to make it worth it.
Doing a good job at, of course, grounding the high-flying impact of Draven Silvera.
Ooh.
Again, taking it down to the mat, where I would have to say Dustin Daniels is his most...
Vicious self? Well, what's
Absolutely.
interesting is Dustin let him up all the way back to his feet and easily dragged him down. It almost seemed like he let Draven waste his energy to get up like that and just brought him back to the mat.
And still Draven somehow finds his way back up in spite of the exhaustion.
Oh,
Yeah.
super kick.
Look at the... Somehow... Oh, takes a knee now.
It's Friday. Oh, wait. Elijah Friday's not here. He's defending the country in the Navy.
Leg day for all here at the MPW arena as the squats are in full
There we
effect for
go.
Jack Daniels.
Oh,
Oh, they're cover.
you got rolled up squatting.
Had him stacked up two there.
Good thing the markets are closed.
Oh, big
pump kick.
knee.
And Draven got a big old corazon on his nalgas.
Looking at the ropes.
Big area now.
He's looking to follow it up with a back elbow.
And we're seeing a former champion
Oh,
at work. Wait. Quick roll up.
Oh,
Yeah, but Draven was able to get his arms out before they even got to the mat there.
no sunset flip there.
Counter on counter right now.
With potential for that neck breaker, but no, was able to swivel out of it was Dustin Daniels, but now set down for the spine buster.
I don't know if I've ever seen Draven use a spine buster before.
No, with such ferocity as well. Just throwing 205 pounds. Using all the momentum that Dustin gave him as well.
And potentially
when-
looking to get into a Dustin Daniels playbook there with that spine buster.
Yeah, when guys know each other real well, you know, you've mentioned this before, Ario, like you've got to scout, you know, come up with something different. I think maybe that was an attempt at throwing Dustin off right there, using a move he hasn't used before.
Definitely important. Exactly right, Logan. But old tried and true methods might be able to prevail as well. Oh, maybe not tonight, though.
Looking to go to the high run district set, eating the knee. Oh, and a step up in Saguri there from Dustin Daniels, who has now got things moving in full motion. Oh, kick to the midsection though from Draven.
Cover! Almost had it there.
That was as close as it is going to get, gentlemen, here in this singles match.
Yeah, you know, the problem is with that is Dustin's neck, his trapezius muscles are so thick, he was able to absorb that move. Most guys be dead.
I mean, literally, it takes Olympic-level strength to be able to survive a broken freaking neck, and it seems like Dustin Jack Daniels fits that bill.
Yeah, if he did that to Daniel Sheriff in the front row, Sheriff wouldn't be with us anymore.
Heartbreaker.
Looking for the heartbreaker.
I'm
of
not a
course,
fan of when guys call what they're doing in advance.
It definitely might give him a sense of strength, but it definitely costs time.
Yeah, gave Daniels enough time to potentially set up for the magic touch.
Couldn't get it.
Oh! Big old pump kick from the unbreakable one. Now looking to set him up for that fireman's carry. We know what comes next. Go to sleep.
Not done yet.
Oh no! Looking to shift his momentum.
Wow! Is that it?
Just snapping his neck on the mat.
I think that was pure instinct on the part of Dustin Daniels. You saw when it's only he fell into it by accident and then realized he had a hold of Draven's neck and then just put all his weight into falling backwards and driving Draven's head into the ground.
That must be the worst of to see the move coming as you're landing against the mat.
Yeah, very bad landing there from Draven Silvera, landing on the top of the crown of his head. You see just clutching at it.
Ultra competitive, these two. I'm very impressed.
I mean, look at it. Dustin's sucking in wind right now as he's trying to still go up on a third rope. So much risk right now.
And the temperature in this building is a lot cooler than it usually is. It's pretty even in here and whatnot, and these guys are blowing up the same way because they're just taking that much out of each other.
Hey, thank you again for the AC, of course, but these
we
men
paid the bill.
keep making that bill rise and rise in the high rent district. Big elbow drop on a cover. Is that enough to end it? No way!
Oh! Very crafty there from Draven Silvera. Now a beautiful discus elbow.
And now thinking his own thoughts of mischief on the top rope.
Climbing the laugh. Oh!
Beautiful!
Oh!
Beautiful swanton bomb.
Swanton bomb from the heavens.
That kid's form is so good on that move.
Just barely had it there. Once again showcasing why this is a game of seconds and inches.
You know, Dustin had a Band-Aid on his arm that was dangling most of the match, which was annoying me. and now it's in the middle of the top rope on the far side there, and it's annoying me even more.
I'm sure somebody tuning in right now might be feeling the exact same way. And folks, for those of you tuning in as well on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment. Let us know your opinions. Because every single Friday night we hope to improve here for you as well, just as much as these amazing fans and the filled capacity audience at the MPW Arena.
Draven Silvera using a lot of strength to potentially get that whip off the ropes.
Up! Counter on counter yet again. He got it this time.
Trying to get that front face.
He's having a hard time hanging on to him. Dustin's too strong for him.
I mean, it's good for both men to be treating this like an absolute struggle. They know just how dangerous they can be at this 11 o'clock hour.
Attacking the midsection, potentially looking for code red again. Dustin sidestepping. Backbreaker into a facebuster.
That was Kusmusha Kusmisha afterwards.
Oh, but look at that Draven smart instincts there. Draven Dustin.
By the former world champion.
We're going to fly. Suicida.
And Dustin, it was like somebody put a taser in his ass or something and woke him up.
This man is moving at 100 miles a minute. Look at a slingshot suplex.
Not done yet. He's not done.
Where did this guy come from?
Magic touch.
And that's how you get it done. Stack them up and send them home.
I don't know who could have kicked that after all those moves.
Hell of a combination to end that match from Dustin Daniels. As Logan X said it, how do you kick out of that?
Dustin, it was like he became Frankenstein for a second. He did that kip up, and all of a sudden he had the energy of like when he started the match, hit about 6 high impact moves in a row. I don't think anybody could have kicked that after all that. If he does that, this late in the match, he can beat anybody.
High octane championship level endurance. And really showcasing here why he is the youngest vet in the game. And Draven Silvera, one can only wonder, during MPW's Demolition, where does he go from here with another tragic loss?
Well, the debate settled. It's high-waisted over low-rise. I don't like that, but whatever.
Hit in the former national champion. You got to think it potentially sets him up for a date with the national champion. But Dustin Jack Daniels, the leader of Jack Daniels Athletics, is looking to keep it going. Adding another win to the win column and sending Draven Silvera to the back of the line. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come at MPW's Demolition, we got J2 Mattioli versus Nina.
Tonight was a statement piece from yours truly, Dustin Jack Daniels. And Draven, don't you ever forget who Big Brother is. Don't you ever forget who the real leader of Full Send is. Tonight, I feel like $1 million. I always do. I always feel like a star. But tonight in particular, I feel like a superstar. And this superstar needs some gold back around his waist. So this is a message for all you champions on this roster. I'm coming for each and every single one of you. I don't care how I'll get it. I don't care what means I get it. Dustin Daniels will be a champion again in Millennium Pro Wrestling. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get some protein in.
I'm glad to see so many of you attending week after week, and thank you all as well who are watching at home on our amazing YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe as well if you haven't. But ladies and gentlemen, moving through already, let's have another match, shall we? Your next bout is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall.
I'm still in shock from the last match.
Making your way to the ring, fighting up until I'm coming. This is
Yeah, like on paper, when you look at these two mess up with each other, I don't like Nina's chances. And not because she's not a very capable wrestler, but J2 is just big and strong, and when this guy's on a mean streak, he's even more vicious. Yeah. I like the look, though. I like that we got rid of the stupid weekend gimmick.
Making his way to the ring, fighting out of San Diego, California. He is the Playmaker, Mr. Iron Man himself, J2
Something I appreciate about J2 is he's finally embracing his heritage. On his tights right there, you can see the Italian flag, last name of Mattioli. My shoot last name is Ventimiglia, which means 20 miles in Italian. So my countryman's in there, and we'll see what he does to this 110-pound woman right here.
J2 already laying down the law to Nina, saying, "This is my ring tonight."
Oh, and now trying to go for a classic collar and elbow, but
See, this is what I'm talking about on paper. This is not a good matchup for Nina.
It is an absolute David versus Goliath matchup, and I mean, for Nina, might have to get lucky tonight in order to get that win. Tonight, I don't even know if it's about winning, Logan, if it's not about surviving.
There we go, that's better. I prefer the culero to the a-hole chant because it's just deep in lucha tradition right there, you know what I mean?
So J2 Mattioli coming up
Spanish,
through
yes,
Lucha tradition, not only through Lucha Libre, but of course a Japanese-like sense of style. He's very hard-hitting. He's got that strong style-like mentality, and of course he's got that, mindset when it comes to his matches, Ario, of you hit me, and I'll hit you back twice as hard.
Got him right in the temple, too.
Lucha heritage is not only an important part of this business, but it is also a restaurant in Pacoima.
And now look at this now.
Oh! You got the head scissors early on.
Well, I guess Nina showing off a little bit of heritage right now with a Thrilla in Manila.
This is what she needs to do right here. 5-6 strikes to one of J2's. She can't go tit for tat with him, though.
No, she's got to play that cat and mouse game. Get out of dodge of the way from J2 Mattioli because of moves like that.
That's the problem. She's got to float like butterfly, sting like a bee. Or sting like a mosquito. She just can't get hit. She's got to keep moving.
Ooh. Definitely need some poison tip strikes to try and wear down Mattioli. Look at this now. J2, we heard that from the crowd.
J2's a Messi fan?
We're looking to get messy tonight as he's looking to potentially stamp on the arm of Nina. Oh!
Hey, definitely in line with a Messi fan, I suppose.
Yep, I was being told that's a reference to that game soccer. We don't care about that here.
Well, definitely playing some serious assault, that's for sure. And J2 Mattioli showing no mercy right now, despite the weight and height difference.
Again, just almost playing with his food here tonight, gentlemen. Has no respect for Nina. He said it in the back. Has no respect for this match. As he said, he should be in title contention going after the MPW championship. And, of course, Diego Valens.
Busting up her hand already.
So, Diego Valens and Nina very close in friendship. And for J2, it's almost like he wants to play not only a psychological game with Diego Valens and taking out Nina, but also a physical game and potentially taking out the Devil's Tail.
Good job. That's what. Yes, Fan King Ultra. That's exactly it. She's got to get 5 or 6 in.
But look at J2. He's asking. He's begging for these strikes.
Kick him in the ding ding.
Ducking under the chop. Oh, eat defeat. But bounce off the ropes for a kick is J2.
I know we ain't supposed to give advice from over here, but you know, fourth down, you got to punt at some point.
Nina flopping like a dead fish on the mat. This could be it for her, but no. Getting some life left.
You notice the tapes off J2's shoulders too? It was on there for about half a year. He did on his shoulders and around his clavicle. I mean, he looks like he's trimmed down. He's in tremendous shape.
Oh,
his gear looks tremendous. It matches Ario's suit.
I mean, as great as he might look, Logan, I mean, this match is getting hard to watch.
That's the thing is honestly, like, the officials got to pay attention here. If it's a matter of our competitor just getting beat on to get beat on, I think that Scarlett should just stop the match.
Well, Nina's still fighting. You're absolutely right there, Logan.
Full steam ahead from Nina.
Wait. Oh,
whoa,
my
but again,
goodness.
the strength on display from Adioli.
Usually she gets a DDT out of that, and he just grabbed and said, nope.
Just muscling her out of it, but
she did reverse.
Now Nina.
Whoa.
Looking to get out of dodge. Quesadora.
And she got it.
Beautiful bulldog.
There you go. That's the leverage she needs.
Able to kick her feet out to give herself some extra weight there, too.
Yep.
But a kick out at one, gentleman.
Dropped J2 right on the schnozola right there, and he's got that taped. The tape never comes off that. He tapes it that way so he gets some extra air in there. And I know what he means. We got big noses, but we got thin air passages in there.
It's that problem with deviated septum, sir. You hate to see it, but in spite of all that, J2 Mattioli still has endurance to spare.
He's grinding his shoulder into a midsection.
Just trying to pulverize Nina into dust right now. Internal organs might be failing.
And he is taking his time doing it. No chance of getting winded.
And off the ropes.
Playmaker knee.
Oh, he's
and
blowing
a kiss
kisses
to the crowd saying,
he's blowing kisses, but not to me.
And goodbye. Oh, but Nina
will
not
fight.
letting this one go.
She'll fight to her last breath, and that's very courageous. But I mean, again, does she have a real opportunity to win this match? I don't know if she does.
Definitely trying to be pushed to the brink right now. I'm getting vibes of Vidal and Spopovich currently. I truly do not enjoy watching this type of assault, but I really do hope the best for Nina, as do the rest of the MPW faithful.
There's an all-out brawl here tonight in this singles match, and for Nina, again, the eye of the prize is survival. Be able to walk out of the ring against J2 Mattioli, who, I mean, this man has been laying it in, heavy-handed as always, but tonight it's almost like it's personal, not only against Nina, but against Valens.
Hubris still coming out strong currently. J2 Mattioli might have just bitten off more than he could chew. Oh, he spoke too soon.
Playing into the playbook of the Playmaker as he goes for the PST.
Oh, there it is.
Tornado DDT.
Yeah, she was looking for that move earlier.
Well, thank goodness there, Nina was able to use all that time recovery to find a perfect counter and give her time to catch her breath. And J2 is just reeling.
Yep. Looks like his bell's rung. This might be the opening Nina just needed to get back into this match right here. But J2's already back to his feet.
I think J2 might have thought that was it with the PS2, but that tornado DDT coming in and rocking him. And now Nina setting up for, a splash in the corner. Roll through, we know what comes next, those double knees.
And this is a series. You gotta hit a series. Focus it all on the grape of J2.
Might just rattled his teeth there.
Now looking for that tornado DDT. Oh!
Hit it for a second time.
Bouncing off of the ropes.
Now she needs to go for a pin. Oh, no. Look at how smart. Look at how smart J2 was. That was the first time Nina got a series of moves in there, had him in danger, smart enough to roll right to the outside and break the momentum.
Beautiful in-ring awareness there from Mattioli to get out of dodge, but Nina will meet him on the outside, looking to fly with that suicide dive.
And you gotta love how much Nina commits to these full body strikes.
Well, she has to. She's got to put every ounce of her body weight behind it.
Sure, bravery on display.
Against Mattioli, you got to throw everything and more, including your body to the wind.
Yep.
Now looking for lolly drop. No. Pushing her off is Mattioli.
Oh, throw Scarlett at her.
Oh, but the distraction from Scarlett. Oh, leads to the Playmaker lariat.
Terribly timed. And is that it? You can't tell me that.
Nina was looking for the win.
No.
But unfortunately, it is J2 taking it home.
Hey, valiant effort there by Nina. She gave it everything she had. At the end of the match, she put together a sequence of moves where she had J2 reeled, but he was smart enough to roll to the outside of the ring. And upon coming back in there, he used Scarlett for a distraction. Playmaker lariat, and that's all she wrote. think we're gonna go for that. We don't ban nothing over here. We only ban old salty veterans that whine that they're lost their spot because they're old whiny pricks.
J2 Mattioli, it was a hard couple of months of defeat, but this man has looked better than ever, evolutionized the game, and continues to get better week in, week out. But now with a live mic, who knows what this man's gonna say?
We're gonna hear from Raviolis right now.
Oh.
Who's Mike?
Did I hurt your feelings? Oh, Chatsworth. You guys are all very soft up here.
Oh.
He called him a bunch of soy boys.
That's just a regular day for the playmaker.
Oh. It was a PG show, ladies and
Oh, it's
gentlemen.
getting lively now.
Whoa.
Don't know if that's
Look, what just happened right now
Hey.
is not what I'm here to talk about.
Diego, come out here!
Shut your mouth.
Oh.
Hey,
One Vato's calling for Diego like he was his primo.
I'm Daddy. Look, I have a complaint.
I have a complaint too. The only daddy here's me, brother.
No, I care. I care deeply, actually. Unlike all you people out here, I care about the safety of all these wrestlers in this ring. Because last week, my star pupil, Jake Mays,
There's homie from the baloney.
oh yeah, that's what you think? No. Jake Mays was hospitalized after his match when Diego Valens hit him with one of the most dangerous moves I've ever seen, the Devil's Tail.
I feel like he's embellishing what I said earlier.
And the same thing happened again tonight.
Yep.
Eddie Rohr, a close friend of mine, had to be sent straight to the hospital after the match.
He's
got a lot of losers for friends, J2.
He's close friends with Eddie Rohr.
That's how dangerous this move is. And I hope management is taking this as seriously as I am.
Management takes nothing seriously. Should know that by now.
I have filed a complaint to get the Devil's Tail
Oh my
banned
God.
from MPW.
Smallest violin,
If that's going through the
Mattioli.
athletic commission, that's just more nonsense I got to deal with. But don't worry, I got to go to Armenian lawyer.
No one will be next. I will make sure that this happens because I'm nowhere near done with Diego.
Okay, Karen.
So,
Oh, there we go.
And Diego's not done with him.
Taking up too much airtime.
J2, hey, shut the heck up.
Yeah. Yeah, we can still air that.
Hey, I can do and can do whatever I want, all right?
Yep. Bit of an answer, Chico.
Scared of a kick?
Oh, there it is. There. I've been waiting. Where the hell you
Someone
been?
that's about to do something.
This whole time I'm wearing where Ray is. I'm trying to delay. He's
Come on,
having
Ray.
a coke and a
Say
smile
it.
somewhere.
It's over with this move. It's too dangerous. Tell these people right now, it's done.
I want you guys to see how high budget we
First
are.
and foremost,
There are 3 microphones in the ring right now.
we do not tolerate foul language in this building by my wrestlers or my fans.
That a boy.
All right? Let's have a little maturity.
Let's keep it for the family here.
Yeah. Nobody. They listen to Dad. Now, JT's correct. He sent out a petition across the locker room, got signatures.
We need to verify
And now
those.
we went to the competition board.
This
for
ain't no
review.
democratic mayoral election in
Now,
Los Angeles or
We
something.
try to take head injuries here at Millennium Pro Wrestling very seriously. You know, with the advances in CTE and concussions, that we have to take every single precaution. And so we're going to be reviewing the Devil's Tail and the danger that it has. And There is no way I can put my MPW champion out there without his ace in the hole. So with that, if you are not unable to use that move until the meantime, we're just going to have to bench you for the time being.
Wow! Bench the champ?
Now, it's not something I want to do. Again, I am just swamped in paperwork, people!
Well,
Swamped in paperwork. You know how many filings and conjunctions and indictments that I'm getting on my desk on a regular basis from all these wrestlers that are whining?
yeah, bunch of soy boys in there too.
You know what? No, shut up. This is more important. You know what? Typical Diego. So much for Handsome Devil. More like the ugly coward.
Wow.
Coward?
Yeah, coward.
My head with my title.
Yeah, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
Enough of this talk, enough of this paperwork. We're going to go back to the days where men were men.
That
and they settled
a
it in
boy.
the ring.
That's a boy.
There we go!
In the 90s.
Next week, we will have a one-on-one match with J2 Mattioli and the handsome devil Diego Valens.
The rematch.
But it will be non-title.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair, that's
And
fair.
the devil's tail will be banned.
Oh,
what?
Until further review.
It's okay. You still get away. Ban the playmaker Larry.
Well,
When he said ban the playmaker Larry, then that's fair.
Of course, what might have been considered something as purely, perfectly timed strikes have now cost Diego Valens one of his finest moves in his arsenal.
Yeah, but I think it's a bunch of bupkis. And I don't know if this backfired on J2. He's getting a match, but he's not getting a title shot.
well, next week we'll have to see if Diego can get it done without the Devil's Tail. It'll be Mattioli versus Diego 2, non-title with the Devil's Tail banned.
Ladies and gentlemen, already surprised to see we've reached our semi-main event. How you folks feeling? Oh, hey, let's try that one more time. Who are you ready for some wrestling? Yes, that's what we want to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout, made straight out of Gold's Gym, is a singles match scheduled for what fall? Your referee for this contest, St. Clair. Introducing first.
Well, tonight, MPW Demolition.
Fighting in Los Angeles, California, weighing at 220 pounds. He is Clay Beautiful Violence.
Tonight, MPW Demolition comes to you from the Meat Factory, and we've got plenty of meat on display tonight as Clay Cutler looks to take on the returning Maximilian. And the last time we saw Cutler in MPW ring, it was his MPW debut, of course, against jacked Dustin Daniels, and these two went at it. Clay, I gotta say, made a fan out of me, is a powerhouse and a technical master in his own right, trained at the MPW Academy along the likes of Fred Rosser and Kushida. But with that training, we'll have to see if he can beat a man who is 1 in a million in Maximilian.
He is the finest export out of Montenegro, weighing in at 245 pounds, standing at 6'4". He is 1 in a million. Maximilian!
It's been a hard couple of months for Maximilian since losing that MPW championship. It has been, of course, a little bit of a losing streak, and especially on his grand return at Summerfest. He issued a challenge, and who made the call? It was Jake Redondo who came out with the win. If anyone needs to prove himself tonight, it is Maximilian. But for Clay Cutler, I mean, could play spoiler tonight. I mean, no one, I gotta say, here at MPW thinks that Clay Cutler can walk away with the win, but tonight he could cause a massive upset if he's able to put Maximilian down for the 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's upsetting, folks, that inside that ring with me in there was about 35% body fat, and that was mostly from me. Both these men are absolutely cut and jacked to the gills right now.
Yeah, the fat was from between Sinclair's ears in there, you know?
And just look at this. Not a muscle out of place from both men.
Some strong dudes there.
Clay Cutler looking like $1 million coming out of of course we know, the New Japan Academy, a New Japan graduate. He's been training under the likes of Fred Rosser and Kushida in a very technical style, as we are seeing here tonight. Not a style that Maximilian, I would have to say, is very acquainted with.
Who's he been training with?
Oh, I mean, such people as Kushida and also Josh Barnett.
Oh, there you go. Former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, who indicated recently that he would be happy to beat up Bully Ray.
Beautiful arm drag there from Clay Cutler, who, I mean, since the opening bell has been all Clay Cutler, which I gotta say, with the return of Maximilian, a lot of people thought he would come out of here with a head full of fire, but Clay Cutler doing a good job at snuffing it out.
Well, I mean, how often does Maximilian get to actually meet someone of his own size and stature? And also, I mean, just sheer thickness of muscle.
Beautiful
Cutler's got
European
some really
uppercut.
interesting tattoos, too. He's got a boxer on his body. He got all kinds of stuff on there. I kind of try to read people's tattoos. You know, that's from work, you know, looking at the gangsters and whatnot. Gives you a story where they came from. Wherever Cutler came from was somewhere vicious.
My man's putting together Tekken combinations over here, straight into the turnbuckle, into a backbreaker, into a neck breaker. He is attacking Maximilian on all fronts.
And you're seeing, once again, our former champion as well, struggling to his feet, but look at that, playing possum.
Oh, Max makes some adjustments on the fly. I have no doubt he's going to get back in there. He just completely caught off guard by this Clay character.
Listen, no amount of adjustments is going to prepare you for the chops of Clay Cutler.
How's he supposed to do chest day after that?
Talk about Meat Factory looking to make mince meat out of Maximilian.
Look, that's the knuckles, the two front knuckles.
You're seeing that, right? Just popping out a knuckle and just smacking it against the cranium and temple.
Yeah, you can hear it across the face, but Max...
Oh my God! He almost hit his head on the pole at the top.
Yeah.
Cover.
Sent him down with a massive power bomb, but not enough to put Clay down.
I think those extra knuckle shots right there just irritated Maximilian.
Max now.
Got a big old snake on the leg right there.
Oh!
Spit on him now.
Trying to make sure all the teeth are in place as he goes for the waist of Clay. Get him in position for his Olympic. No. Beautiful. Now Clay just writhing now. We're seeing all that momentum just be sucked away at this point.
Yeah, Clay Cutler did a good job to come full steam ahead to start this match. But again, it is the strength advantage now of Maximilian and the veteran approach. Of course, those years in the MPW ring, this is only Clay Cutler's second showing here at 19801 Nordoff Place.
Well, he definitely has the physique and the wrestling acumen, but this endurance is what he needs to start building match after match. Maximilian has felt some of the most vicious assaults from the entire MPW roster week after week, and it has built him up not only as a veteran here, but around the entire country.
And for Maximilian tonight, he cannot underestimate Clay Cutler. Dustin Daniels did it in his first showing, and it almost cost him the victory. And for Maximilian tonight, he has got to keep his sights set on the beautiful violence that is Cutler, looking to set up potentially for Snake Eyes into the corner. Bad landing.
He pitched him right forehead first into the turnbuckle.
Yeah, you can see that angling on it.
And the ropes for the Boss Man Slam.
Yep, the great Ray trailer right there.
Oh, but an emphatic kick out from Cutler.
It took all of his strength to do it, though. You can see him clutching his back, reddened in pain at this point. And it's a problem with Max. Week after week, this is his crutch. He keeps looking to that crowd, a crowd that will refuse to love him for who he is.
Well, and when he was on top, he didn't have to jaw jack him because he had the title. Now it's almost like he's negotiating with him for relevancy.
But you can't give Clay Cutler these opportunities to catch his breath. Find, of course, that Hail Mary moment to potentially get back in this thing. Oh my gosh.
But he hangs onto the arm, too.
Just sending Cutler to a halting stop.
Ringing him like the Liberty Bell, trying to crack him.
Cutler hulking up.
Yep.
Asking for more.
And Cutler catches the leg. Beautiful Euro. He's not done yet.
Good old lariat.
And a
Back elbow.
Cutler coming alive now. Bam! Beautiful double A. And he might be back at it just like Jay with the Mr. Olympia in 09.
Call it a spine buster, look more like a spear buster. Really got the midsection there of Maximilian.
What a beautiful violence chant. We love that.
Does she look for a neck breaker? No, just looking to attack the neck.
That was pretty snug right there,
Set
baby.
up now for a leaping senton to the back of Maximilian.
You can see the spine bowing as well after that senton.
Yeah,
Cover.
he buckled.
Oh, Maximilian, even though he got that kick out, you can see the pain is weighing on him. Lungs trying to huff in as much air as possible. But Cutler is smelling blood in the water.
And I gotta ask you, Logan, if Clay Cutler is able to beat a Triple Crown champion in Maximilian tonight, what could that set him up for potentially in the future for MPW?
Instant impact. He's going to see his name with a number in front of it when it comes to contention. I don't know how high up, but I mean, it's going to be pretty high.
Oh! Well, it seems like MPW's #1 spoiler might have just got his match spoiled there.
Yeah.
Straight into the steel. Oh, it's sent straight down.
Beautiful power slam.
Once again, the angling. Oh my god, I can't believe he kicked out of that.
Well, yeah, right on the back of his neck. You're exactly right. That was more effective than a regular power slam.
Not only that, but also high on the left shoulder of Clay Cutler. Gonna, of course, potentially neutralize the power advantage now of Cutler. Put that in the corner of Maximilian.
Just continuously headhunting Clay right now. Look at that spin on him.
Oh my god, just disrespect.
They call
for
it a Montenegro
Maximilian.
kiss.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Oh, yes, that's what happens when you get balkanized, folks. Oh, multiple kicks now into the corner.
Is it vulcanized?
Balkanized there, sir.
Like Spock?
Why did Star Trek get all the reunion of all their characters and they mess that up in Star Wars? Disney, you screwed that up so badly. I don't know how you screw up the sequel to the greatest trilogy that's ever existed.
Maximilian himself trying to screw up the face of Clay Cutler as best he can. I think he's getting a little bit jealous of the looks of beautiful violence.
Clay Cutler's got his right arm firmly across the top rope, not going to let Maximilian get that Irish whip.
It was a unique, he kind of came over the top and slapped his hand there and got that forearm in there.
Still both men, though.
Look who's sent pillar to post. Cutler having other things on his mind. Oh!
Did you see the animation in Cutler's wind-up?
Oh my God!
Medium
what a
and kind.
Talk about meat on meat, bodies on bodies.
Muscle on muscle.
Like a car wreck over and over again right here.
Just throwing that European uppercut with reckless abandon.
Yep.
His beautiful violence.
Look at that. Oh,
Duck it
sword
under.
by Jay. Cutting him off there short.
Oh.
Smacking him up against the turnbuckle before he gets ready for that.
Wow.
Falcon's arrow.
Hooks
Gotta
the
get the
leg.
cover. Oh! Almost the upset there from Clay Cutler, looking to play spoiler to Maximilian in our semi-main event here for MPW's Demolition.
When was the last time you saw Maximilian get hit with a Falcon's arrow? I mean, when was the last time you saw him get suplexed, let alone, suplexed into a driver?
Man, just showing you what kind of training Clay Cutler has put himself through to be able to achieve this level of unearthly strength.
Listen, this man eats, breathes, and sleeps pro wrestling, and we're seeing it here tonight. But
Whoa!
no! Come the Max
Factor!
Factor!
Almost got locked in.
Move that won him that MPW championship.
Solidly applied, but look at that.
Getting out of it like Jake Redondo did at Summerfest.
And look at this now, trying to go for quick roll up. Oh, he
Just like
almost did a
Redondo.
return.
Rolling through.
No, wait.
Max stopping him. Learning from his mistakes.
Well, Clay definitely did some great tape study there, but Maximilian, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Ain't gonna happen, it seems.
Max says no more, which means no más in Spanish.
Looking to set up the bomb electric.
Please stop spitting. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, Clay.
dropping him over.
Check it.
Looking for the roll up. Come on. Oh my goodness. He did it. What a win for Clay.
He got caught.
Your winner,
You remember when you asked me, what does this do to him in the rankings? We're going to find out now.
We
Because
said it was
Max was calling for his finisher, and he got rolled up when he was sleeping.
We said it was almost impossible for Clay Cutler to get the win tonight. While playing spoiler is beautiful violence, who in his second match ever has pinned an MPW Triple Crown champion and a former MPW heavyweight champion.
After all the blood, sweat, and spit, Clay Cutler says there's mud in your eye to our former champ.
That was not luck, ladies and gentlemen. That was doing your homework, putting in the training, and getting it done.
And limping out of here was Clay Cutler, but Maximilian on a losing streak right now. It continues.
Gonna have to see what potentially is next for the man who is 1 in a million, Logan.
Look, he's going through the back door right now.
Big win tonight at MPW Demolition. I'm showing everybody who Clay Cutler really is. Maximilian, you may be 1 in a million, but you haven't been molded by clay. And after that win, I think I'm gonna stake my claim into the California Classic. Might as well throw everybody over the top rope and get my MPW title shot. California Classic, beautiful violence. Be there.
Without further ado, let's get ready to wrestle! Let's get our competitors to the ring!
Massive main event set for tonight as Danny Devine and Daniel Moon look to get it done and potentially become tag team champions yet again. But now, with Brendan Devine no longer a part, the Millennials no longer a thing. He used to be the glue that held these two together. We know Danny Devine and Daniel Moon have never been on the same page. And since Moon's comeback, since the likes of Double Dash, Danny Devine chose Eddie Roar instead of Daniel Moon. Well, tonight, it's an vengeance. They came to Nina's aid. Danny looked at Daniel. He said, tonight, let's get this done. And we'll have to see if they can turn back the clock and maybe finally get on the same page, Logan.
Yeah. So the question is, are these two going to be able to function? Or are they kind of like the two Musketeers? Are they like Athos and Porthos without Aramis? Are they like Mickey and Donald without Goofy? Are they like Billy the Kid and Chavez without Josiah Doc Sherlock? We're going to find out tonight.
With no more Brendan Devine, can Daniel Moon and Danny Devine get it done? It was the Best Pals who are our last tag team champions. And now, Daniel Moon finally gets his rematch, but he's got a different Devine in his corner tonight. And while these two might be flying high off of that win for the Millennials, the farewell match for Brendan Devine at Diamond, there's no tag team that is flying higher than the Brothers of Construction, fresh off of the job site, ready to defend those belts, Logan. And since getting that new attitude, since Buccio has taken Roberto Perez under his wing, these two have been winning, and winning.
Huge ramifications in this match. Championship goal on the line. Can Danny and Daniel reclaim glory of old? Or they are just two ships out there adrift without Brendan?
We have seen a lot of destruction tonight. It's only fitting we see some construction with these two hard-working, blue-collar boys. And whether you like how they get the job done, there is one thing that reigns synonymous, and is that they are still tag team champions. We'll have to see if they will still be tag team champions after tonight. It's the old school versus the new school, the then versus the now, and we'll have to see if the Brothers of Construction can do what they did against the Best Pals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event for Millennium Pro Wrestling's Demolition is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Millennium Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Your referee for this contest, Miss Scarlett Donovan. Introducing first, To my right, the challengers, the team of Captain Daniel Moon and Danny Divine!
Yeah.
And the rules. To my left, fresh off the construction site, when combined total of an entire slab of concrete, where they go, OSHA violations follow.
Attaboy.
They are your reigning, defending Millennium Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Bucio and Roberto Perez, the Brothers of Construction.
Looking to defend the thin neon line tonight as these blue collar boys look to put the titles on the line for MPW Demolition's main event. Your referee, of course, for this contest, Scarlett Donovan, as we ring in a massive match, not only for Daniel Moon, but for Danny Divine. And I got to point your attention, Logan X, I got to ask you, do you believe that these two, even with the glue of Brendan Divine being gone, do you think they can work together tonight to win those tag team titles?
I think, they're wearing matching tights in terms of the color and whatnot. That's a good sign. That means they've been talking about it. They've been coordinating with each other and whatnot. Do I think that they're going to be able to function as a team? Yes. Do I think that maybe that falls apart at some point? It might, because the problem is Danny's a 5-time MPW World Champion. Moon's held that title too. Danny's primarily a singles wrestler, even though he's held the tag titles a number of times. Moon has been in tag team action as of late. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Moon's also been showing out as a premier singles competitor as well against the likes of CJ Tino, picking up that win from the rubber match of last week. And look at that, sharpening iron so tight. Look at Bucio, though, at least. Definitely not showing any signs of slowing down himself, being a former champion as well in the singles competition. But now, look at this.
Wow, roll through.
Beautiful.
Looking for a easy victory tonight, but Bucio having other words. But an arm dragon staying on his man is Daniel Moon, so calculated and so cerebral.
The Brothers of Construction, obviously of Mexican heritage. Daniel Moon, also of Mexican heritage. You can see it on his jacket. He's got the Mexican and American flags. Mexico recently lost to England in some soccer game, I hear. And it's unfortunate because their strategy against England was great. They sent all their fans to England's hotel with a bunch of chihuahuas, and they tried to keep the English team all night with the dogs barking the whole time. It just didn't work. The dogs weren't loud enough. Next time, send Rottweilers over. That might be more effective.
Danny Divine trying to hold on tight like a wild dog, but Roberto Perez just smacking him straight, piecing him up in the corner right now.
Yeah, looking to slug it out with Danny Divine. I don't know if it's the best strategy for Roberto Perez as we see, look at that. Fastball punches from Divine. Sends Roberto down.
Just delivering in kind. And there we go, one more for Bucio.
Quick right.
Taking out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Quick tag to Moon.
Hitting the ropes. Double back elbow.
Call that the asteroid
former
belt.
Millennials.
Just a 1 there. And Roberto, of course, being Millennium Pro Wrestling's Rookie of the Year at one point as Marote, now unmasked and unhinged, it seems.
Unmasked, unhinged, but he's also a champion now.
And shall I point out, the man who unmasked Roberto Perez is the man who is standing in his corner in Bucio.
Look at that.
Since the unmasking, these two have been a well-oiled tandem, but, against the likes of Daniel Moon, who's taken on him 2-on-1.
T-bone suplex right there.
Look at that. Moon might have been learning a little bit of showboating from that CJ Tino match. He's really feeling himself here tonight for this main event.
Houston, we might have a problem from the Brothers of Construction. Going for the cover.
Anybody who can beat CJ Tino twice can brag in that ring a little bit. It's a ridiculous competition in that match.
Daniel Moon was good before his 7-year hiatus, and he came back looking better than ever. Not only physique, but in what he brings to his in-ring acumen.
Moon's still saying it was smart to get the atomic drop.
Danny laid up Bucio like he was a basketball.
And still just barely.
Yeah, one arm in his pit, and he just picked him up for Moon.
Yeah, smashing the wrecking balls for sure, and now looking to tell him we're going up.
I do appreciate the Cal OSHA violations. Cal OSHA's got no business at a construction site, nor do they have any business here in this wrestling ring.
Cat-like reflexes of Bucio landing on his feet, tagging Roberto Perez, but back in action is Danny Divine, who's looking to slug it out. Now, potentially look for a pedigree. Could have been early, and a kick to the back from Bucio. who eats a punch.
Danny's got this like quick rights and lefts that he's developed right here.
Danny's also showcasing why I feel like when I deal with contractors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh!
You know what I found? I
Brothers of
found that having
Construction,
a
fast and
Hispanic
quick.
fiance means getting construction done cheaper. I don't know if it's because they like the cut of her jib or what. I'm gonna guess that's it.
Whoa! We're hearing a feisty crowd right now trying to get into the heads here of Busio and Roberto.
That's why I'm trying to say in half the stuff I'm saying. I'm covering up their curse words.
Roberto Perez now tagging in
Don't need
Busio. Telling the crowd this one's for you. Oh, dropping the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Look at Boosh just blowing it out.
Call that the construction site shift.
Yeah. We got a culo chant going.
Looking to beat Danny Devine like a big bass drum.
And we're not talking about Monteculo.
Listen, I feel like this is more of a FIFA crowd than a wrestling crowd at this point, folks.
That's
These people
right.
are passionate.
Live and rowdy tonight, Ario. And that's how it is every Friday here at MPW.
That's right.
Beautiful main event for the MPW Tag Team Championships.
There it is.
And I believe Roberto Perez has no more fingers.
Look at that. Look at the distance Danny covered there to be able to get to Daniel.
I'm gonna
Forward
mention
hammer.
that wasn't a somersault. That was a front flip across the ring.
Splash in the ring. Busio in a bad way as Moon looks for Moonsault.
Beautiful.
Rolling senton. Looking at
Upset.
full rotation.
Oh, he got the knees right in the face of Busio, too. Cover! New tap! No!
Yep. When I do my moonsaults, they were crooked, so it's called a Logan sault. And I was just like a cinder block falling out of the sky on your grill.
Oof. And of course, slapping one half of a slab of concrete right now. Daniel Moon looking to just break apart the foundation of the Brother of Construction. Oh, an atomic drop yet again.
Yeah, got it, but he left the opening for the tag to Roberto Perez, who was in inches of that tag.
But it's a numbers game right now.
Don't believe Moon knows that Roberto's the legal man, still believes it's Busio, but he's got to set his eyes.
What Tom and Jerry type stuff is this? Cover.
Little misdirection in for that slam, but not enough to put down Moon.
You guys know Tom and Jerry was a bilingual cartoon? Think about it. You play it in any country you want and get just as many laughs.
Just like us here at MPW, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you tuning in worldwide, we love to have you. Make yourself be known in the YouTube comment section. Thank you all for tuning in, whether it be morning, noon, or night.
Yep, especially if you live in the country of Turkey.
Roberto Perez getting real aggressive with it, looking to stomp a mud hole into the chest of Daniel Moon. Tagging in his partner Busio, and these two are looking to get to work.
Just jackhammering the captain at this point. Oh, Danny trying to go for a tag, but it just futile at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Assisted facebuster looking for the finish. Oh! Moon's got other things on his mind.
And this might be the reason why, Divine didn't want to tag with Moon. It's not that he didn't believe he could tag with him. I don't think that he actually wants to see his friend in this much pain and suffering, especially when he's that close.
Scores to be settled here, of course. Moon and Brendan lost the tag titles to these guys. Hopefully he can take it back with Danny. But are the Divine Brothers just interchangeable like that?
Wow, just kicking him up. Floating over into the DDT, spiking Moon. Roberto Perez, the legal man, looking for the cover. Almost took the tag team titles back to the construction site.
Well, Foreman Perez now looking on at Danny Devine, showcasing, hey, this is what a violation is going to cost you.
If you notice that double team sequence, it wasn't the crispest in the world between the Brothers of Construction. I think it was a new sequence maybe they were trying out, but they did get it. They got all the moves in. So it worked. I would anticipate they use that in the future. It's going to be even more smooth.
Looking for a goal kick, but nobody
the
there.
dangerous part there you mentioned there, Logan, too, is the fact that these are actually very new champions to the scene as a tag team. So every single week they can continue finding ways to innovate.
Right. Well, and when you're trying to come up with sequences, double team moves on your own in the practice room, it's not guys resisting the way that these guys are. So sometimes it doesn't flow as easy as you want it to.
Theory and execution trying to put the test right now, but it seems like good jackhammering kicks might just do the trick.
Hey. Sometimes the old ways are the good ways, I'm a fan of, a 10-minute headlock and eating a burrito on the way out of the ring.
Hey, it works. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it for the Brothers of Construction.
Yeah, getting that double clothesline, looking for the cover. But out goes Moon.
But every single kick out from Moon, as emphatic as they might be, are getting weaker and weaker.
He's taking some off. Is he reaching for his draws or what?
What was that now? A quick pass off.
See, Moon in a bad way has got to get out of the sights of the Brothers of Construction. We've done a good job at cutting this ring in half tonight for the main event. Want to make sure these experienced tag team competitors, of course, like Moon, can't get the tag to Danny Devine.
Roberto taking his head off there with that lariat isn't enough. Oh, still yet again with this kick out.
But again, got to give it to Roberto Perez, continuing to stay on Daniel Moon, not giving him the opening to catch his breath and get his mind back in the game.
The full Nelson you don't see very often. Moon broke it pretty easy, but nice switches to reverse chin lock again.
Smart on Roberto to keep on the assault. Cut away the airflow of Moon.
Yep, look at your watch, Roberto. Look at your watch right there.
Danny Devine lying in wait. Moon has got to get the tag to his tag team partner.
Well, the crowd willed him to his feet, but it may not be enough energy to keep him going. Here comes Busio.
Yeah, both the Brothers Constructions are in. Daniel Moon looking like he's in a bad way. Oh, double DDT!
What a miracle there by Moon, but it'd be even greater. He might be able to get into that corner. Danny Devine is rocked and ready to go.
Fingertips away is Daniel Moon. Do you believe in Danny Devine, ladies and gentlemen?
He got it! Devine coming in. There he is.
Busio.
And another.
See ya, Roberto. Grabbing the waist from Biz Perez. Throw him into Busio.
Evades out of the way. Inside out.
There it is. Getting all of it. Setting his sights on Busio.
Danny might just be able to take it home with this. Falcon's arrow! Come on, man, cover!
Looking for the cover.
New champs? No!
Oh, see, Danny was waiting to elbow him. You saw that? He was looking back there. Busio would have stayed upright. He would have got elbowed in the beak.
That's important part to understand about Danny Devine. He does have a mean streak to him, and he can get just as rough and rowdy as the rest of them.
Especially with the titles on the line.
Whoa, no!
Whoa! Was looking for divine intervention. And he fried him!
Fried him like a Webbles.
Wait, when Moon's not done. Oh my gosh! Just smacking him upside the head. You can hear in the back of the building.
What an enziguri and a tag to Roberto Perez, who's looking to put an end to tonight's tag team proceedings.
Oh, they're going for the Doomsday device.
Oh, no.
Oh! Please call OSHA after that.
Landing on his neck.
Yeah!
Was there in the nick of time.
That would have been it otherwise.
That would have been it against anybody in the roster.
Yeah, you don't see Doomsday device very often.
Throwing Danny out now. Moon's still the legal man, it seems.
You gotta ask, what more does Moon have left?
Yep. Doomsday device, finishing move of the greatest tag team ever, the Road Warriors.
And definitely learning from the best, that's for sure. But it looks like they're not done yet. More. Oh, wait, no. Moon able to get out of it.
Oh! He hit him right in the web arms right there. In the fruta. Oh, then he said again as he was getting chucked out of the ring.
You hated
thrown
about
to the
it.
outside.
Oh, look at that now. Booster trying to make sure the boys are in place.
Look at the play!
Yeah, that was a Zimbalali! I like the way you say it better. You get 3 wishes if you say it like that.
I'm sure Danny Devine might be looking for some kind of miracle right now, that's for sure.
I think he wished he got them 3 wishes. You can bring Brendan back in a tag and win the titles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, smoke them if you got them. We're looking to go to the higher-end district.
No. Moon trying to help his partner, but no. Give no time for Danny to recover.
Enough of an opening. Superplex.
Superplex.
Sending back spasms straight through Busio.
Yep.
We're going to meet him in the middle. Oh!
That was like 2 cymbals crashing right there.
Oh, and look at that. Both teams just absolutely sending their Sunday punches home, but still their partner's able to save in time. Beautiful. Look at that.
Got the trouble in paradise. But he's got to look around. Because Moon.
Springboard.
Look at the
forearm. Look at this now. Danny going for the tag there.
Oh! People's knee.
More like Busio's knee, brought to you by Busio. Misses it. Spear.
There it is.
Dracula.
Straight through the midsection.
It's a move Eddie Rourke couldn't hit earlier in the night.
And of course, Danny Devine now grabbing him by the nape of his neck.
The nape. That's something dogs do?
Looking to fry him once more. Danny doing his homework, stopping him in his tracks. Able to roll out of it though. Right to the eyes. But Moon's there. Potentially for Moon's landing. No! Poorly timed.
He kicked Moon.
Kick to Moon, and Danny can't believe it, but he's got to focus on the match. Superman punch. Set him up for the ender. Oh!
That's a smush right there.
The downfall. And that's all she wrote.
The humanity.
The winners and still the Millennium Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Roberto Perez and Lucio, the Brothers of Construction.
Well, one miscue, and that's all it took. Danny kicked Moon in the face, and you can see the Brothers Divine are not just interchangeable like that.
Brothers of Construction coming away with another win and solidifying themselves as our tag team champions. And for Danny Divine and Daniel Moon, amazing singles competitors, tag team champions in their own right, but tonight, proven yet again, they just couldn't get the job done working together.
Bucio telling the fans, vamos toda la casa.
Brothers of Construction standing tall in yet another main event as your tag team champions. And I mean, I gotta ask you, Logan, these two have been on a roll. I don't believe anyone in the back could stop these two.
Nope, especially not with the way that they got moves on moves. They got Doomsday devices. They got smushers at the end right there. They got Cal OSHA violations.
Another tough night in the office.
They got
the former Millennials and Danny Divine and Daniel Moon.
Look at Moon's face.
Proving tonight that yet again Brendan Divine might have been the glue that held these two together.
What is this?
Daniel Moon thinking it might have been inadvertent, but Danny telling him it was a rake to the eyes. I didn't mean to.
All right. All right. Moon might have a dislocated jaw, but he said if you couldn't see, you couldn't see. Here we go.
And a handshake to end it, but... Oh.
No hug. No hug yet. Handshake, no hug. Uh-oh. He's not his best pal.
We will have to see what transpires between these two in the coming weeks. But thank you for joining us here.
Let me be his, oh, wow, that was even more. He said he'll never let me be his brother. Órale pues.
Wow.
What a heartbreaking end there for Millennium Pro Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending another exciting episode, and we hope to see you next week for Millennium Pro Wrestling The Verdict! Until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Mario Amin, joined alongside Chase Mansfield and Lethal Logan X at the booth, and we hope to see you in just 1 week for another exciting episode of Millennium Pro Wrestling.